Well, so many countries, so many cities. I guess we can start. Good evening once again. Good evening, dear TN's family. My name is 𝗕𝗂𝘀_ć_HiH, and I am delighted to be your host today on behalf of the TN's Europe team. And I'm truly excited to welcome partners from over, I have already counted actually, we have partners over 30 countries across Europe and Africa to this special online training. Today we start the 5-lesson training course, Build Your Network Marketing Business on Social Media. And the first lesson, Social Media Profile Optimization. So let's make our social media profiles more active, more effective, and more professional. Please take your notebooks, prepare your phones, and let's welcome our special invited partner, expert, a psychologist, certified business coach, author, and NLP practitioner with a powerful track record in network marketing since 2010, Mr. Gediminas Grinevičius. Gediminas, hello, good afternoon.
Hi. Thank you so much, Katerina, for this amazing introduction. And of course, welcome. First of all, I am very grateful to be here with you. Not all the companies invest in their business partners the way TN's does. And you should be grateful too. And thank the company for investing into making you a more effective business person. So that's really important. Now, of course, I want to also thank you for being here. You should be proud of yourself that you are spending this time to learn and to invest in yourself, because that is the separation between those who want to be successful and those who become successful. That is spending time to make the best investment in the world, which is investment in you. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Perfect. And like Katerina said, our topic for today is optimizing your social media profiles for maximum impact and reach. You see, so many people spend time on social media trying to make posts and content only to get no results. And the reason for that is that their profile is not optimized to give them the result they want. So most of you, I believe, want to have more sales, you want to have more team members, you want to make more money from your social media. And if that is your goal, then you want to make sure that your profile is optimized to give you that result. And your profile is today your digital storefront. You see, the first impression happens in under 7 seconds when somebody lands in your profile. So what I'm going to share with you today will help you to make that profile do what you want it to do and to be the most effective. So you may ask yourself, well, why should I optimize my profile? Well, there's few reasons. One is a visibility and credibility. You want to be visible as much as possible so that as many people see your profile as possible. And also, once somebody comes to your profile, you want them to make the right first impression. Also, a good profile will lead to better conversion from profile visits. So imagine 100 people come to your profile, but only one person buys, or one person joins your team. It's basically your conversion rate. So you want to increase that conversion to where 2 people buy, 3 people, 5 people, 10 people, and so on. Also, today, your social media is your personal brand. So the way you optimize your profile will give a clear branding message, which in turn will lead to trust and authority. Think about it. We want complete strangers, people who don't know us, people who never met us in their life, to come and find us on social media and then buy from us or join our team and spend money. We have to deliver some sort of trust for those people. So your profile will do a lot of work towards building that trust and making you that authority that somebody will want to join. And also, a well-optimized profile will reduce resistance. It will reduce objections. You see, if your profile is not well optimized, you will get a lot of questions from people. Some people will not be sure about you. So the steps I'll show you will help you to eliminate a lot of that resistance. Okay, so let's look at what we can optimize on your social media. Well, the first thing we can optimize is your profile photo. The second is the cover photo, that big picture in the background. Third is your name, how you call yourself. Fourth is your bio, or the little introduction about you. Fifth is the link you put in your profile. Sixth is the pinned post, a post that you attach to the top of your profile. And seventh is your featured photos, photos that you want people to see first. So let's have a look at each of those individually, and let me give you some tips on how you can improve that in order to get better results. So how can you optimize them, right? Well, first of all, your profile photo. It has to be a clear photo. It shouldn't be a picture of your dog. It shouldn't be some random photo you got from Google. It should be your clear photo. And I would recommend to have the same photo across all platforms. So if you're using Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, I would recommend the same photo to be added on all platforms. Remember, it's your personal brand. When Adidas have their logo, that logo will be same across everywhere so that you recognize that brand name. Same way, your profile photo will become your brand name that people will recognize. Now, I would recommend to have no other people in your profile photo, unless there's one exception. Sometimes I consult women in network marketing, and they get a lot of friend requests from men who are looking for a relationship. Now, probably you're not looking for a relationship, you're looking for business partners. So if you are getting a lot of requests by opposite sex looking for a relationship, then you might want to put your second half, your partner, your husband, your wife, in your photo. This way, it will give a clear message that you're not looking for that. But unless you get that all the time, I would recommend just to have you. Also, I would recommend to use no filters or covering your face with anything. I know technology is amazing nowadays, and it can make you look 10 years younger with all the filters, but I wouldn't recommend. especially strong filters or bunny ears or puppy nose or anything like that. Because subconsciously, people may perceive that you are hiding something. And that's the last thing you want to put across in your social media, that you're hiding. Also, you want your face to be pretty close to the camera. There is a psychological thing called zoom effect, which basically has been tested and proven scientifically. And the effect is this: if your face is far away from the camera, me looking at your picture, my brain has to zoom in your face. And that's extra work for my brain. And people will rate profile pictures where the face is far away as less, they like them less than those that the face is close, because it's less work for your brain. So you want to make sure that your face is close so it's easy for people to see your face. You don't want to be 20 meters away from the camera. And of course, smile, right? It doesn't cost you anything, but it will work magic, right? Even if you're the person who's always serious, smile in your profile picture. It will help. And you want your picture to stand out. And one of the tools that I would recommend to use in order for your picture to stand out is an app called Photo Room. So very quickly, I'll show you how to use that. So I'll share my phone screen. And then I'll go to Photo Room. So once you open this app, it is very, very simple. You press on the blue button where it says Start from Photo. You choose a photo from your album, and straight away it will remove the background from your photo. So it's just you. Then, if you scroll down a bit, you will see these profile picture templates. You can click on any one of them, and you can, by clicking on different parts, for example, the background, you can adjust the colors. You can click on your own face. You can zoom in, zoom out, and adjust it to the way you want. The reason I recommend to make your picture with a bright background is because it will stand out from the crowd. Because you will be one of hundreds of people who will be messaging people, who will be commenting. So you want your picture to stand out. And by having this bright background, whether that's red, yellow, orange, or whatever, it will stand out and people will notice you more and notice you easier. And once you're done with the photo, playing around with it, then you just press at the top on this little arrow and a square, and you save that photo into your camera roll. It will automatically do that. And now you can upload that photo to your profile picture, and it will look much more professional and it will stand out. Okay, so let's go back to the slides. So the second thing I would recommend after the profile photo is a pro tip. Let me just go to the next slide. So the pro tip is get a professional photo shoot. Get a professional photo shoot. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money, but you might go onto your local Facebook groups in your city and look for advertisements, or just type in, I'm looking for a photographer in my city. And you can get a photographer with a professional camera that will not be very expensive, but will take a lot of good quality photos. If you are serious about social media, you will need a lot of photos of yourself anyway. So having a photo shoot like that can give you 100 or 150 good quality pictures. Maybe you can change your clothes even a few times, so you have different photos with different backgrounds, and then you can use them in all of your social media. Like I say, it doesn't have to be very expensive, but it will, again, make you look more professional on your social media. Okay, so the second thing we want to take a look at is your cover photo. So cover photo is that big picture in the background behind your profile picture, as you can see here in the picture. So first of all, your cover photo should tell people how you help people. On your cover photo, you want to write out, this is how I help people. Also, you can add a button on your cover photo to click here, so that people actually click on your cover photo. And once they click on your cover photo, you will be able to put your information in the caption of the photo. I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. This is what I call your biggest advertising billboard on your profile. It's the biggest space on which you can advertise. So once in a while, you can use that cover photo to advertise a new product launch, to advertise an event, to advertise a sale, and to make the photo look professional. Again, you can use one very good app that is called Canva. In just a second, I'll show you how to do it. And on your profile, on your cover photo, you might want to add also your Cloud Store QR code, so people can scan it and go to your Cloud Store. We'll speak about Cloud Store a little bit more in just a moment. So how can you make this cover photo nice and professional? You see, I am not very creative. I'm not a graphic designer. I don't have a very good taste either. So for me, I always look for tools that can help me. And Canva is one of those tools. It is free to use and it has lots of templates. So when you come to canva.com, in the search bar here at the top, type in cover. And one of the choices will be Facebook cover. This will have the right measurements for your Facebook cover photo. And using one of these templates, you can now create your own cover photo. So there are thousands of them to choose from. Once you find the one you like, you just select that template and you press customize this template. So let's say I choose this particular template. So I can now edit everything on this cover. I can change the picture, right? So I can upload my own photo and put it on here. I can change the text, right? I can put my name. I can put how I help people, right? So I could write, I help people earn extra income from home. I help people to be healthier, to look younger, right? So you can put all of that information. And I can even add buttons, right? They are ready made. So I can grab one and pop it there. And once I'm ready, and once I'm happy with the design, I then click at the top right corner, share, and then download. And it will save the photo onto my computer, and I can now go ahead and put it onto my cover photo. So this way, very quickly, you can create your cover photo. Now, you can also put your cloud store QR code on your cover photo as well. Save a picture of it on your Canva, and you can add it to your cover photo. Now, like I said, once you've uploaded your cover photo, you want to click on your cover photo, and then you'll see on the right side a little button called Edit. So most people don't do this, and they miss out. You see, you can press Edit and put all your information in your cover photo, right? In the caption, the text, the links, the important information, maybe your story. So that when people click on your cover photo, they will see all of that information in the caption of the photo. And by the way, you can do the same thing for your profile photo. Once you upload your profile photo, you can also click Edit and put again information about your products, information about your business opportunity in your caption of the photo. So when people click on your photo, they see all of that information and they can even click on those links. Okay, the next thing you want to optimize is your profile name. So how do you call yourself on your social media? Unfortunately, quite often I see very strange names on social media. I don't know, I won't say, doesn't matter. That's how people call themselves. If you want to be professional and look professional on social media, I would recommend your full name. My name is Gediminas, my surname is Grinavičius, and I've got my full name. Again, I see a lot of people shortening their names, changing slightly, and that may be okay. But again, remember that we will be reaching out to strangers, to people who don't know us, and we're going to be asking them for money. So you don't want to create resistance. And if your name is hidden, if you don't show your name, it may cause a suspicion in your potential customer or potential business partner. So you want to make sure that it's very clear who you are. And I would recommend to add your name on all platforms. In a moment, I'll show you Instagram and TikTok because it's slightly different there, but I would recommend to put your name there too. This will create trust and transparency. The person will see, okay, I know who am I talking to. I know who am I communicating to. And we really want that at all times. The next thing to optimize is your bio or your intro. As you can see in the picture, it's that little description box that people see first when they come to your profile. When you're writing your bio, you want to think that every person who comes onto your profile, they are all listening to the same radio station, which is WWIFM, which stands for What's in it for me. You see, sometimes I open somebody's profile and in their bio, they say, I am a mother of two. I love making pancakes and taking walks in the park. Which is okay, but what's in it for me? If I come to your profile, I want to know how can you be useful to me? How can you make my life better? You making pancakes and liking walks in the park doesn't really help me. So if you're a business person, you in that intro, in that bio, you want to tell them how you help people, what problem you solve, how do you improve lives, so that when I come to your profile and I see your bio, I say, me, I need that. I could use that. Please help me. Also, you can add your link in there too, so that people can click and straight away go to where you're pointing them. And we'll talk about the link right now. So the next thing you want to make sure that you have in your profile is your link. Now, what link will you direct people to when they come to your profile? So think about it this way. You will be messaging people privately. You will be doing posts. You'll be doing reels. You'll be doing stories. You'll be doing lives maybe. Maybe you'll be posting in groups, all to attract people to your profile. But your profile should not be a dead end. It should lead to something else. And that something else can be your cloud store link. You see, you have amazing tool in 𝗕𝗏𝘀, your cloud store. This is where you can have a custom experience for your potential customers. You have a ready-made online shop. Trust me, when I first started 15 years ago in network marketing, we did not have tools like that. You had to be a genius in programming in order to have your own store. Now you have this amazing tool that you can send all the people who are coming to your profile. As you know, you can customize this online shop so that people see the products you want to see them. They will have special access to exclusive products there. So it's a great tool to promote. So make sure you put the link for that in your profile and you put the QR code in your cover photo so that when people come, they can go there and they can see how is it that you can help them. Now, the next thing you have on your profile is what is called pinned post. As you can see in the picture, it's the very first post people will see on your profile. So again, the question is, what is the first post you want people to see? You see, if you don't have a pinned post, they will just see the last post you posted. But maybe you want them to see something else first. So it could be, for example, your product story. It could be your business opportunity journey. It could be a text post. It could be a reel. It could be a live video. So you choose what post to pin. All you have to do is just click on the three dots in the top right corner of any post and then click pin post. And that post will become pinned post on the top of your profile. You can change it at any time. So you can change your pinned post. For example, if there's a special offer today, you can pin that special offer to the top. Or you might want to always have your story post at the top, so that if somebody comes to your profile, the first post they see is maybe a video of you telling your story. Now, by the way, do you know how to tell your story? 4 parts. What did you do before network marketing or still doing? What did you not like about that life, or what was missing? What encouraged you to look for extra opportunity? Who and how invited you to network marketing? Maybe you saw a post, maybe a best friend invited you. And number 4, your goals with this business. What are you planning to achieve? And results, if you already have some results with product, with business. That's your story. So you might want to record a short video or write out your story and pin it to the top of your profile, so that when somebody comes to your profile, that's the first post they watch or read. On Facebook profile, you can pin 1 post. On Instagram and TikTok, you can pin 3 posts or 3 videos. And on groups, Facebook group or Facebook business page, you can pin multiple posts. So take advantage of that and pin posts in all of your profiles. Okay. Now, the last thing you want to optimize on your Facebook profile is your featured photos. So slightly below your bio or your intro, you will see featured. And you'll see that button, edit featured. So you can add certain photos you want to be in those featured photos. That can be your favorite products. That could be customer testimonials, pictures of people giving testimonials. That could be business achievements, your team members' achievements. That could be before and after photos. That could be team culture. For example, meetings you have with the team, training events, social gatherings. And of course, it could be your story too. So you want to, again, pin the pictures that you want people to see first when they come on your profile. Again, what sort of impression you want to be creating? You want to be creating an impression where a person says, wow, I want to be part of this. I want to join this team. And the same, what I just explained, applies to your Facebook business page and Facebook group. So you want to do the same thing if you have a Facebook business page. Again, you want to optimize your photo. You want to optimize the cover. You want to optimize the name and all the other bits. In a Facebook group, if you have one, maybe you have a Facebook group for customers. Maybe you have a Facebook group for team members. There you will not have profile picture, but you will have that big cover photo. So you want to, again, use that space effectively. Now, Instagram and TikTok, very, very similar to Facebook with some minor differences. So on Instagram and TikTok, you will not have cover photo. You will not have that big photo in the background. You will only have your profile picture. So again, you want to use the same picture from Facebook, your name. Now, on Instagram and on TikTok, you have two names. One is the name you call yourself, and the other is what is called the handle, which starts with @ and then it's your Instagram handle or TikTok handle. So one of those, either your name or your handle, should have your name in it. Because sometimes I go on somebody's Instagram and their handle is Proud Mama and their name is Business Girl. So now I don't even know what's their name. How should I message them? How should I talk to them, right? I don't even have their name. So you want to make sure that your name is somewhere there. And in Instagram, your name, as you can see there in the left photo, where it says Gediminas Home-Based Business Coach, your name is searchable. So the keywords you put in your name will appear in Instagram search when people search for something. So I could put Gediminas weight loss tips. So if somebody's searching for weight loss, they'll discover my profile. Or Gediminas extra income. So if somebody's searching for extra income, my profile will come up. Then of course your bio, again, where you tell people how you help them. Your link, so you put your link in your Instagram and TikTok. Again, you can put the link to your cloud store. And you have your pinned posts. And as you can see here, the left picture is Instagram, the right picture is TikTok. And in both of them, I have 3 posts pinned. So you can pin 3 videos or 3 picture posts, up to you. Also on Instagram, you have highlights. So highlights are similar like the featured photos on Facebook. This is where you can put stuff from your stories into little folders. So you can put, again, your favorite products in one highlight. You can put customer testimonials in another highlight. You can put business achievements in another highlight. You can put team culture, how you spend time with the team and help team, in another one. You can put your story in another one. So again, this is the first thing that people see on your profile. Now, you may say, Gediminas, but what if I have more links? What if I have my cloud store link, but I also have other links that I want to share? Super. You can actually use other links as well. Then what I would recommend you to do is to create a Linktree account. Now, the website is there at the top, which is www.linktree.ee. Linktree is a free service where you can put all your links in one place. So as you can see, this is my Linktree, and each link is like a button. So I can put one link with my registration link to join my team, another one to my online shop, another one to my Instagram profile, to my TikTok profile, to my YouTube channel, to my Facebook, to my website, to my Facebook group. You get it. Basically, you can put all your links in one place. And then you will have one unique Linktree link. For example, linktree.ee/Gediminas. So that's my Linktree link. And now I can put that link into my profile on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok. And when people click on that link, they will see all of my links. So they can decide what they want to see first. Maybe they want to join my team, or maybe they want to go to my online shop. So they can pick and choose what is most applicable for them. So if you have more than one link that you want to put in your profile, Linktree is a free service that you can use. Also, one very important thing you want to optimize on your profile is your friends list. You see, most of us will have hundreds or even thousands of friends on our profiles. But your algorithm will depend on how many active friends you have. What is active friends? Active friends are people who will be watching your videos, liking your posts, commenting, watching your stories, and so on. So you want to regularly go through your friends list by opening it on your Facebook and remove people whose profiles are no longer active. And the way you see inactive profiles is like the picture you see here at the bottom. It has no profile picture, and instead of person's name, it just says Facebook user. Those profiles are either closed or blocked or whatever, but they're still in your friends list, so they're taking up space. So what you want to do is delete them. So you make space for real people who will be interested in what you got to offer. Now, as you go through your friends list, what you want to do is start conversations with those people. So anybody on your friends list who you haven't spoken to, you want to send them a direct message. You can say, hi, I can see you in my friends list, but we have never spoken before. How is things? How are you? And start a conversation with them. This will, again, improve the algorithm of your profile. I'll give you more algorithm hacks in just a moment, but this one is very simple. By messaging your friends, you will improve the algorithm of your profile. You see, you might have 3,000 friends, and you may think that, oh, when I put a post, all my 3,000 friends see my post. But that's not how the algorithm works. It will only show your post or your story or your live to a small portion of your friends. And for example, if you have somebody on your friends list, but you've never spoken to them, or you haven't messaged them for the last 5 years, big chance that those people don't see your post as well. They don't see your stories. I regularly go through my friends list and message them privately. And you know what I notice afterwards? Those same people I messaged that I haven't spoken to in 5 years, next day, they put a like on my post. I see they watched my story. Whereas before, they didn't see my post. So just by messaging people, exchanging a couple of messages, you're improving the algorithm, and now more people will see your posts, your videos, your stories. And of course, you want to follow up with people. So if you open your friends list and you go to message a friend and you see that you've already spoken to them before about a product, then continue that conversation. Or maybe they were interested in business opportunity, but didn't join. Continue that conversation. Start again. Maybe at that time, the person wasn't ready, but now something's changed. So you will not only generate extra sales, extra registrations, but you will also improve the algorithm of your profile. Okay, let's talk about some algorithm hacks that will help your profile to be even more visible. Because I like this little quote. I think it's from Grant Cardone. And he says, best known is better than best. Think about it. Best known is better than best. You might have the best product in the world. You might be the most amazing person in the world. You might work with the best company in the world. But if nobody knows about you, it's not going to help anybody. So you want to make sure that you are visible, that you are known, that people see you. So the first algorithm hack that will help your profile to be more visible is, of course, DMs, direct messages. When you message people privately, it will make your profile more visible. Because in Facebook's eyes, or Instagram or TikTok, it thinks that, oh, because this person is talking in the messages with this person, that means they're real friends. That means they are interested in each other's posts. So let's show them their posts. Number 2 is commenting on other people's posts or stories. You know, they say, give what you want to receive. So you want more people commenting on your posts. You want more people coming to your profile. Do that for others. Comment on their posts. Comment on their stories. Support them. Show them love. They will repay same way to you. Number 3, replying to comments. If anybody comments under your post, under your video, you have to reply to every comment. Even if they put a love heart, reply to that comment with a love heart, with a thumbs up, with a thank you. Somebody asks a question, answer that question in the comments. Somebody says, well done, say thank you. You see, social media platform doesn't know who is commenting. So if you had 5 comments under your post and you replied to each of them, now you've got 10 comments. And that will push your post or your video to the top of the feed. More people will see your content. Number 4, sharing your post to groups, to story, or to the page. So let's say you made a post or a video about your products, about extra income opportunity. Only the people who are on your friends list will see that, and only a small portion of them. But if you take that post now and share it into advertising groups, buy and sell groups, marketplace groups, mums groups, health groups, business opportunity groups, what will happen? More people will see it. Also, share that post into your story, because some people just go through stories. They don't go through the feed. Or share it into your business page if you have one. That will again increase the visibility. Number 5 hack, asking for likes, comments, and shares. It might sound silly, but when you ask for something, you get more of it. So if you're doing a Facebook Live, ask in that video, comment below. What did Katerina did at the beginning of the Zoom? She said, comment which country you're from. She knows the hacks. You can do the same thing in your social media. You can do the same thing under your videos, under your reels. Ask for shares. If this was useful, please share. And you can say it or you can write it. It's called a call to action. Hey, if you got value, please share. We'll talk more about that when we go to content making. But ask for these things because it will increase the visibility. Think about it. If your friend has 5,000 friends and they now share your post onto their timeline, extra 5,000 people potentially can see your post. And it costs you nothing. Number 6 is asking questions or making surveys. Ask for people's opinion in your posts. Ask for them to vote about something. Ask them to interact. And this way, it will push your post up and up and up. Also using hashtags. Whether you're posting in Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, hashtags are a useful tool. Because hashtags, one, helps people to find your post. So if you put hashtag health or hashtag weight loss, so when somebody is looking for that information, they will come up with your post. Also, hashtags train the social media algorithm who to show your post to. So imagine if a person watched one reel with hashtag health. Then they watch a second reel with a hashtag health. And now you uploaded a reel with also a hashtag health. The algorithm is more likely to show your reel as well to that person because they are interested in that topic. So hashtags are a useful tool. Number 8 is effective hook. What is a hook? It hooks people on. So a hook could be a first line of text when you're writing a text post that will raise curiosity, or maybe it will shock people. Maybe it will make them curious, right? If it's a video, for example, a reel, it might be the first thing you say in your reel. Like, are you making these 5 mistakes when buying food supplements? It makes people curious. What are they talking about? And again, one very useful tool that you can use is ChatGPT. I'm sure most of you have already heard of it and most of you already use it. You can ask ChatGPT to write you hooks for your posts, for your videos, etc. Tell ChatGPT what topic you want to talk about, and it will write out curiosity grabbing headlines or first lines of text. Number 9, raising curiosity, right? You want to make people curious in your posts, in your videos, in your stories. You want to stop the scroll, right? Because the person is scrolling, you want them to stop. You want them to be curious enough to say, whoa, what is she talking about there? Number 10 is trends. Trends are basically things that are popular at that time. What are people talking right now, especially in your niche? Like, what are people talking about health right now? What are people talking about something else? Like my wife, for example, recently, she started a social media all about menopause, because menopause is a trending topic. A lot of women look for information regarding menopause. So if you talk about something that a lot of people are interested in, you will be on trend. You will attract more traffic. Number 11 is time of posting. Of course, you should be posting all day long. But if you're only going to be making one post per day, then you want to post it in the evening, because that's when most people are on their phones. Most people are on social media, because daytime, maybe more people are at work. Also, one of the hacks is to tag location or people in your post. So if you want to attract people who live in London, you want to tag London. Select geolocation London for your post. For example, I live in UK, but a lot of content that I produce is in Lithuanian. So whenever I'm uploading a reel or a TikTok, I will select Lithuania, because there's no point for me to post a Lithuanian reel here in UK and English people see it. They won't understand it, right? So I will tag that location in order for Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok to know who to show it to, who to serve it to. Lists. You can have lists in your content. People like content that is in the list format. 5 top tips for your skincare. 3 things you shouldn't do with food supplements. 10 mistakes people make when trying to lose weight. People like content that is in the list format. It could be a text list, or it could be a video where you're sharing a list of things. And of course, like I mentioned, a call to action. Always give a clear instruction. At the end of your post or at the end of your video, you want to give them a clear instruction what to do. If you're interested, click on the link in my bio. If you'd like to find out more, comment info below. If you'd like to get more information, message me. What are you doing? You are giving them a clear instruction what to do. And it sounds so simple and silly, but it works. More people will do what you say when you give them an instruction. Number 15, you can add music. So when you're doing your stories, when you're doing your reels, add music in the background, especially if it's trending or viral music. It will push your video up. More views you will receive. Number 16 is subtitles. If you're doing videos, add subtitles to your videos, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and share my phone screen one more time. So I use iPhone. So the app I'm using is this app, yellow square, called Liro, L-I-R-O. So this app will automatically add subtitles to my video. So I can grab a video from my phone. I can select what language. So for example, if I'm making a video in Lithuanian, it will put Lithuanian subtitles. If my video was in English, I will change English and I'll upload an English video and it'll put English subtitles. So the app actually reads your video and then adds the subtitles, right? So I can literally post any video and it will grab that video and put subtitles. Now, this is very useful because it will be easier for people to consume that content, because they say up to 80% of people watch video without sound because they're at work, because they're on the train or whatever. So when you're adding subtitles, it will make it easier for people to consume and understand what you're saying there. Number 17 is tag everyone. If it's group, if it's Facebook group, you can, in the comments of the post, you can put @everyone, and it will tag all the people in that group. Or if it's your profile, you can tag @followers, so it will tag all of your followers, or @highlight, then it will tag all of your friends. So when I'm posting on my social media, once a day, I can tag all my followers. So this way they will get a notification, hey, 𝗕𝗓𝗀𝗧 put a post, check it out, right? Number 18, hack number 18, you can use contests and prizes to encourage people to do something. For example, if you want people to share your posts or a video, you can do a contest where they can win a prize if they do what you ask them to do. You can also collaborate with other people, right? So you can have, for example, interviews. If I, for example, know somebody who has a big audience, I might invite that person for an interview. And this way, a part of their audience will come to my profile to watch that interview. This way, I will gain new followers, and some of my followers will go to them. And finally, tip number 20 is to post across platforms. Don't just live on one platform. Post on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn. You already done the hard work by creating that post or that video. Not posting it across the platforms is just a waste of your effort. And unfortunately, sometimes it happens that for one reason or another, you might lose your social media profile. Sometimes you did something not according to the rules and Facebook will block you. Or sometimes people hack other people's profiles and steal their profile. Now imagine if all of your business is just on Facebook and you lose your profile. That's it. All of your business is gone. Now you have to rebuild. But if your business is on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and you lose one of the profiles, still it's inconvenience, but at least you can continue building your business using other platforms. Make sense? Write a 5 in the comments if this is all making sense or if this is blowing your mind. All right. I can see some people are active still, some people are still awake. Great. Brilliant. Okay. Now, we want to sell the products and we want to build our team, but we don't want to turn our profile into a marketplace because it's boring to follow somebody who just sells, or to follow somebody who just recruits. We want to have a profile that is interesting for people to follow. So you want to make different kinds of content on your profile to make it a variety. So number one, you can do educational or informational content. Basically, it will be posts that give useful information, that give tips, that give advice, that share something useful. 2 is personal content. Personal content is basically about you, about your life, about how you exercise, about the food you cook, about your family life. Now, some people ask me, they say, 𝗕𝗓𝗀𝗧, should I make a separate profile for my network marketing business and keep my personal life in another profile. I always recommend not to do that. Because when it's all in one place, that's what makes it a real person. That's what helps people to get to know you. Not just what you sell, but what you are. And through your personal content, people get to know you. Number 3 is motivational or inspirational content. It could be quotes. It could be some inspirational stories. It could be your achievements or other people's achievements, something that will motivate people or inspire them. Number 4 is engagement. These are the posts that you ask for their opinion, that you ask for their comments, that you ask them to vote. Right? Like, could be, if you were going to a desert island, what would be 3 things you take with you? Or I'm planning to buy a new phone. What would you recommend, iPhone or Samsung? Right? And people get into this discussion. Number 5 is stories. So it could be actual stories, but it could be just telling a story, right? You could tell your product story. You could tell your business opportunity story. You could tell your customers' story, or you could tell your leaders' story, or you could tell your company's story. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of stories, and people love content that is in a story format. Because when you were small, what did you read? You read stories. Number 6 is gratitude posts. This is where you express your gratitude. What are you grateful about today? What are you grateful for in your life? And you could show gratitude to your customers. You could show gratitude to your team members, to your leader, to your company, to your product, right? There's many things, to our family members. Let me ask you a silly question. What kind of people do you like to help? People who are grateful when you help them, or people who are ungrateful? Of course, it's a silly question, right? Grateful people, right? Well, same way, if you show gratitude in your social media, people will want to help you more. People will want to have business with you because you're a grateful person. Number 7, curiosity. We already touched on that where the hacks were, right? Curiosity posts raise people's curiosity. So a simple example, you take your kids for pizza and you ask the waiter to take a picture for you as you're having pizza with your kids. And you make a post on your social media. I am so grateful for my home-based business that allows me to earn extra income and treat my children with a day out to have some pizza. That raises curiosity. Well, what is she doing from home? How is she making extra income on social media in order to make that extra income and treat her kids? I want to know more about it, right? Or sometimes I give this curiosity post, which goes like, today I'm learning how to turn my social media into a money-generating machine and my phone into a cash point or ATM, right? Raises curiosity. Today I'm learning how to turn my social media into a money-generating machine and my phone into an ATM. How? How is she turning her social media into a money-generating machine? Raises curiosity, right? Also, humor and fun. You know, one of my mentors, Fraser Brooks, he says, funny makes money. And really, fun and humor attracts people because people want to have that good emotion. And especially if you can associate humor with your topic, then that works perfectly. For example, if your topic is health, you always talk about health. And if you can have some jokes about health, that will really work for your social media. Or you could have humor associated with business, or humor associated with weight loss, right? So it's still a joke, it's still humor, but it's attached, it's linked to what you teach about. That really resonates with your audience and gets a lot of shares, comments, and likes. And of course, lastly, maybe I should have put it first, but I wanted to keep it to the last. It's sales posts or recruitment posts. The reason why I put it last is that most people make all of their social media about sales. They just sell, 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 sell. Or they just talk about join my team, join my team, join my team. Don't get me wrong. There has to be a balance. If you only sell or you only recruit, it will be boring for people to follow you. But if you only share the 8 different kinds of topics, 8 different kinds of content that I listed there, and you never offer your product, and you never offer your business, that's also bad. Because how can you get sales if you never ask for a sale? How can you recruit somebody in your team if you never ask people to join? So you want to have a balance. You want to make sure you have other content, but you want to make sure that you always offer something. You know, a good ratio is about 4:1 or 5:1. So for every 4 different kind of posts, 1 sales post. So if today you put 4 posts, 1 of them is sales post. If today you put 8 posts, then 2 of them are sales posts. You get where I'm going with this? You're still providing value, you're still having an interesting profile, but you're also giving them something to buy. You're also giving them an opportunity to join your team. The number 1 rule of social media that came out from the clouds: thou shalt not be boring. Right? So you also want to have different kinds of content, not just different topics, but different style of content. So number 1 right now, the most effective type of content is short video, which is Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, TikTok, and YouTube Short. This is the most effective right now. This is the content that can reach tens or even hundreds of thousands of people. And right now, it's at the top. Number 2 type of content is live. This is where you go live and you talk live to your audience. You can share some useful information, or you can just chat with your audience, right? Especially like on TikTok live, right? Number 3 is recorded long form video. So this is 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes video that you record and then you upload onto your social media. Again, you may be saying, oh, Gediminas, but I don't even know what to talk about. ChatGPT. You can go on ChatGPT and say, I want to do a 15-minute video about weight loss. What should I talk about? And ChatGPT will write out points, ideas, topics that you could cover. We'll talk more about that when we come to content creation. Number 4, stories. You know, story lasts 24 hours and it disappears after 24 hours. So you want to make sure you keep sharing those stories. You keep adding to those stories. And I always say, stuff you put on your timeline, stuff you put on your Facebook wall are the main posts, but stories is the backstage. Stories is where you show the kitchen. You show them how you're building this business. You show them how you're helping those customers. You show them how you're using those products. So in your stories, you let them get to know more about the inside working of your business and your life. Then you have photo and text. So you put a photo and you write out a text post. Then you can have just photo, and you can have just text. So what you want to do, and finally you can have some audio, for example, in your stories, you can talk, right, where you can just have audio over, like a voice over, right? Or in your TikToks, you can film nature and then you talk over it. Again, I'll show you when we get to short videos how to do that, right? But what you want to do is use all these different formats, because some people like to read, other people like to watch videos, other people like to listen, right? So if you have a variety of content, your social media, one, will not be boring, but two, it will engage different kinds of people. And those who like to read, and those who like to watch, and those who like long videos, and those who like short videos. It will engage everyone. Okay, we are coming towards the end of our training, but we couldn't do a training about social media optimization without talking about how to increase the trust and influence of your profile, of your social media presence. Because really, that should be your goal. Your goal should be to gain enough trust and to develop enough influence that people start listening to your advice. People start listening to your recommendation, so that when you recommend that product, they want to buy it. When you recommend this business opportunity, they want to join you. So how can you do that? Well, one of the biggest rules on social media is the 7 hours of content. And the rule basically says this: if somebody spends 7 hours watching your videos and reading your posts, you will gain influence over that person. You know, we hear this term influencer, but what is an influencer? An influencer is a person who has influence over a person, right? So in order for somebody to trust you enough and listen to you enough to buy from you or join you, its fastest way to do that is to get them to watch 7 hours or read 7 hours of your content. So think about it. What does it mean 7 hours of video content? Well, if you did a 15-minute video every day, then in 28 days, they have watched 7 hours of your video content. If you did 1 minute reel every day, then they would have to watch 420 of them. Right? So this starts giving you an idea of how these complete strangers can become people who buy from you. You see, a lot of people come to social media, they start using it, and because they don't get sales or recruits in the first couple of days, first couple of weeks, they say, it doesn't work. Social media doesn't work. Facebook doesn't work. Instagram doesn't work. TikTok doesn't work. Not true. It works. It's just you didn't have enough patience. You didn't give it enough time for it to start working. That's why, if you understand that brand new person, they have to spend 7 hours watching you, listening to you, reading your content before they will have enough trust and you will make influence on them, then you will not rush so much. Now, does it always have to be 7 hours? Of course not. Some people will buy much faster. Some people will join your team much quicker. But if you want to have influence over thousands of people, it will take some time. That's why if you do the content consistently, every single day, you will get those results much faster than if you only post when you feel like it. Than if you only post when you're in a good mood or when it's a good weather. You get what I'm saying? You want to look at your social media as your job. That's how I look at my social media. Every day, I have to do a live. Every day, I have to post a reel. Every day, I need to put my stories. Every day, I'm putting content out there because I know the more of it I put out there, the quicker those 7 hours will go by. Number 3 is intensity. First, you want to learn to do it every day, consistently, not skipping any days. Then once you got into a habit of posting every day, then you want to start intensifying it. Start putting 2 posts a day, 3 posts a day, 4 posts a day, and so on and so on. The more you put out there, again, the more visible you'll become. Sometimes people ask me, they say, 𝗕𝗓𝗀𝗻, isn't it going to be too much? Like if I start posting 5 times a day, 10 times a day, will it not be too much? I look at social media as a TV channel. Imagine if a TV channel only had one program in the morning for 1 hour. What would people do the rest of the day? Would they just be sitting there saying, okay, let's wait for that TV channel to put something on? Or would they go to another channel to watch something else? Because another channel got a whole day program. Same on social media. You cannot do too much. Because if they're not watching your video, they're watching somebody else's. If they're not reading your post, they're reading somebody else's. So big names on social media, people like Gary Vaynerchuk or Alex Hormozy or Grant Cardone, they have teams of people putting content in their name, and they put out 400 pieces of content a week. You cannot do too much. The more you do it, the more of the pie you will get from social media. Number 4 is vulnerability. What does it mean to be vulnerable? Well, vulnerability is basically sharing something that most people would not share. Like, for example, when I first started, building my business, quitting my job, doing different things, I made a lot of mistakes financially. And I got made bankrupt. Basically, all my bank accounts were closed. Bank took away my car, and I had to start from the beginning. It wasn't somebody else's fault. It was my bad decisions. But a lot of people, and me including, for a long time, I was scared to share that. I was scared to tell other people that I got bankrupt. That's vulnerability. When you share a story where you made a mistake or you had some problem and then you learned how to solve it. Right now, thank God, I'm financially free and doing very well, thank God. But that was the learning curve. I had to learn how to deal with money. I had to learn the lessons, right? That's vulnerability. For example, maybe you had a problem that your product solved. That's a vulnerability story. Maybe you also struggled financially and then the business helped you to make more money. That's also vulnerability. But most people think if I will be vulnerable on my social media, people will not respect me. But the opposite is true. The more you are vulnerable, the more you share your story, the more people trust you, the more people respect you. As a leader, you should always show your mistakes and how you solve them and what you've learned from them. People know you made those mistakes anyway, but showing them makes you a stronger person, shows that you learn from your mistakes. Vulnerability is very, very important tool in social media. Number 5 is emotional connection. You have to connect with your audience emotionally. Like Zig Ziglar used to say, sales is nothing more than a transfer of feeling. If I can make you feel what I feel about this product, you will want to buy it. If I can make you feel what I feel about this business, you will want to join it. So my job and your job on social media is to pass that emotion, is to put that feeling across. You see, especially Eastern Europeans, we're too conservative. We don't like to show emotion too much. But actually, that's what makes the connection. You want to put that feeling across. Whether you're writing a post or you're making a video, ask yourself, will they feel what I feel in my heart when they listen to this, when they're reading this? And the more you can put that emotion across, the more trust and influence you will build. Number 6 is providing value. You need to be a valuable person. Don't try to be the most liked person. Don't try to be most popular person. Be the most valuable person. Be the person who gives the most value. And that's, again, your content. That's your posts. That's your videos. That's the tips and advice you share. All the good information that you share with people, that gives the value. I'll tell you a story. When I first started in network marketing, one of my mentors recommended me to check out this guy called 𝗟𝗲𝘀𝘀𝗀. And probably most of you know about 𝗟𝗲𝘀𝘀𝗀. He's the legend in network marketing. He's been in network marketing industry almost 40 years. So I started learning from him. And at that time, he used to put YouTube videos because there was no Facebook or Instagram yet. And I would watch each week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos. And he kept doing that for more than a year. Free, doesn't cost anything. He's just putting those videos out there. So I was watching them and I was watching them and I was watching them. And after about 1 year, he announces that he will have a course for sale. And that course, I think it was about $200 or $300. You know what? I felt guilty not to buy it. Because the man gave me so much value. He taught me so much. How could I not buy that course from him? And imagine if he gave me so much for free, what will be in that course? And of course, it was a great course. I learned a lot from that, right? But that's the idea, what it means to provide value. You see, when I started putting out content on social media, I did it for about a year before I sold my first course. And when I sold my first course, a lot of people bought it. And of course, other people saw and they said, oh my gosh, Gediminas is making some good money from this teaching. I'll do the same. And they decided to do the same. They said, oh, I'll create a course and I'll sell it too. And they announced the course and nobody's buying. And they called me and they said, Gediminas, how come you announced your course and hundreds of people buy it? I announced my course, nobody's buying it. Why? And I said, well, how long have you been putting videos on social media with value, with useful information? They go, oh no, I don't want to do that. I just want to sell the course. Can you see what the problem is? They didn't give nothing, but they want to get something. You can't do that. You have to plant the seed, then you get the harvest. You have to put the wood in the stove, then you get the heat. It doesn't work other way around. So you want more people to buy from you, you want more people to join your team, then you need to give them something first. That's value. Number 7, solving problems. Can you solve problems in your posts, in your stories? Give them solutions to the problems that are bothering them, helping people to reach their goals. Can you help them by giving them tips and advice to reach the goal faster? For example, maybe their goal is to lose weight. Can you give them tips to lose weight faster? They will respect you for that. Okay. Now, this training wouldn't be a good training without homework. You didn't think that I will let you off like that just by watching this. No. You don't become better business person by watching the trainings. You become a better business person by applying what you learn. So your homework is to optimize your Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So what you want to do, you want to optimize your profile photo, your cover photo, your name, your bio, your intro, the link in your profile, the pinned post, and the featured photos or highlights on Instagram. So apply what you've learned today. Apply that. The next lesson will be in 1 month. So you have plenty of time to practically use what you've just learned. If you don't use this, this was a waste of your time. But if you apply everything that you've learned, and by next month you have amazing profile that's laser focused to what you want to achieve, bingo. Now we can do the rest, because the other lessons will teach you how to attract people to your profile. But if your profile is rubbish, what's the point to attract those people? It's a waste of time. So you want to do this step by step, so you get the most value and the most benefits. And of course, you will get a PDF of this lesson, of the slides, right? So you'll be able to go step by step through my slides and use them. And of course, you'll get the recording of this training too. So thank you so much for listening. It is an honor for me to be here and to have so many people actually listen to this training. And I really, really hope you got value. And now, as usual, we will do some questions and answers. So if there's anything that you're not clear about, if there's anything you'd like to ask, now is your chance.
Thank you very much, Gediminas. I will help you to check the chat so that we can answer very quickly the questions arise there. So right now I see lots of words of thanks from all the countries we have for all distributors from different countries in different languages. Everyone, thanks for a valuable information, and we see even USA here. Wow!
Wow!
So
wow.
not only Europe, Africa, but
they sneaked in somehow.
Yeah. Okay. Can we get a PDF today's section? So the question, and I can answer this question. So after the training, you will receive the materials which were presented today, and you can receive them through your branch offices. Okay. I need to translate some messages. Yeah. Still don't know all languages, of course. Yes, this was a thanks for a good presentation and very valuable information. Yes, okay, Pakistan can receive through the email. Let me translate more. Yes, please ask your questions, whether you have any.
I can see one from Hattis. Is it okay to create reels in both languages, or do we need to create another channel for different languages? Yes, so I would recommend to create different channels for different languages, because it is very strange when on the same profile you have videos or posts in few different languages. So you wanna, if you wanna do, for example, English and Russian or Lithuanian or Turkish or whatever, just create different profiles. If you search me on Facebook, you'll find that I have a Lithuanian profile and I have an English profile. If you search me on YouTube, you'll find that I have a Lithuanian channel, Russian channel, English channel. So I separate them out so it doesn't confuse people and a person can consume all the content in their own language. I can see 𝗕𝗂𝗀𝗀𝗲𝗃 asking a question. Would you recommend creating personal profile on Facebook plus business page in own language plus business page in English, for example? Yeah, so for sure, each of these have different functions. So on Facebook, you can have a profile, you can have a Facebook group, and you can have a Facebook business page. Eventually, you might want to have all three in one language because all of them have different roles. At the beginning, you definitely want to start with just your profile, but then you can add a group and you can add a business page. Why? Facebook groups are amazing for creating communities. So Facebook group is like a community, whereas business page allows you to advertise. You cannot do Facebook advertising, paid advertising, on any other platform just on the business page. You can't do that from your profile, personal profile. You can't do that from the group, only business page. So I would recommend, first of all, to master social media in one language, and I would recommend to use your own language. I know a lot of people are tempted to say, oh, but there's more people speaking English than my language, so maybe I should straight away go to English. But from experience, we see that people get fastest and best results first when they do it in their own language. So start in your own language first. Once you got Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all going in your own language, and you're making enough content, you're making enough videos, making enough posts, and you still have time, okay, start another channel in English, start another channel in Russian, start another channel in Spanish, up to you. But do it all first in one language where you start getting results. Don't start straight away in 3 languages because it's just going to be too much.
Gediminas, I have one question translated. Thank you very much for the answer. So, nice question. So, someone who is just starting out, for example, someone who has just formed a team, what kind of value can they offer to their followers? What topics can they discuss?
Absolutely. So, one of the biggest mistakes is that you have to be an expert in order to teach other people. And that is not true. You only have to be one step further in order to teach person that's behind you. You only need to know something that another person doesn't know in order to start teaching. So you don't need to wait until you reach the highest level in your business, until you are making $1 million a year before you can start teaching people on social media. That's not true. You can go and read a book about health, and you will learn something in that book about health that nobody else knows who haven't read this book. So now you can make a post from that. You can make a video from that, saying, hey guys, I've been reading this book. Here is what I've learned. Same about business. You might say, I don't even have any team members yet. I'm not even making any money yet in TNs. How can I teach other people? It's okay. Everybody starts somewhere. Did you learn something today? Did you learn something this evening in the last 90 minutes? I hope you did. If you didn't, I'll be in trouble. Right? So if you've learned something, you can now share on your social media what you learned. You can do a story. Maybe you can do a post. Maybe you can do a reel and share some tips of what you learned today. Because people who were not here, they didn't learn this stuff. So now you know something that they don't. So you can start teaching straight away. You can start sharing about health, about weight loss, about skincare, about hair, right? Like any product. Take any product from your company and ask, what problem does this product solve? Oh, this product helps joints. Bingo. You can now share some tips about joints. Just Google it. Just go on ChatGPT and say, give me some tips for joints, for hair, for skin. And it will give you stuff and you can now share with other people. So don't wait until you become master. Start straight away. Take people on this journey. You are learning and you're sharing with your audience what you are learning.
Thank you very much. I don't know whether you have answered. Is this the same for YouTube channel?
Very, very similar. I mean, the only thing on YouTube is that you cannot message people on YouTube, right? You can make videos, but then they have to click on your link and go somewhere, or they have to come to Facebook or to Instagram to start talking to you, right? Because on YouTube, they can only watch your video and comment. So when you're uploading YouTube Shorts, that's like Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, and TikToks, short videos, right? So those videos are great because they will be shown to big audience. But when you're making long videos, in the description, make sure you put your phone number, you put your email, you put your Facebook, so that if somebody watches your video and says, wow, I want this product, wow, I want to join this business, they can open the description of the video and get your contact details. I've recruited a lot of people through YouTube, and very often they will call me because I always put my phone number. They will call me and they say, yeah, I saw other leaders also putting videos, but they didn't put their phone number. You were the only one who put your phone number. So that's why I'm joining your team, just because I put my phone number. So upload stuff to YouTube. YouTube is amazing because YouTube is not like social media. YouTube is not like Facebook or like Instagram. YouTube is like Google. It's a search engine. So when people open Facebook, they just watch what's in front of them. They just scroll. But on YouTube, people come and they search how to lose weight, how to have stronger hair, how to earn extra income. So on Facebook, you put a video and first day gets a lot of views. Second day, a little bit less. Third day, a lot less. And then it just gets forgotten. On YouTube, you can put a video and that video works for you for years. I have a video that people join my team that I uploaded 5 years ago. And I still get people contact me through that video. So YouTube is amazing. A lot of people don't use it enough.
Gediminas, just a kind request to speak a bit slower if possible, okay?
Sure.
And, yeah. And Maria added that the question was about different languages, videos on different languages on the one YouTube channel.
Yeah, I would split the languages again. So I personally have 3 YouTube channels, one in Lithuanian, one in Russian, and one in English. So I would separate them out.
Thank you very much. The question is from Ukraine, how to combine business and product, so health product, in one account?
Yeah, that's no problem at all. So you just talk about those different topics. So there's no conflict. It doesn't clash if on one profile you talk about your products and you talk about a business opportunity, because it all works together anyway. You have to use this product in order to work with this company and build a team. You know, in 15 years in network marketing, I have not seen a person who becomes a big leader and makes big money who's not using the products. So you cannot separate those two things. So, for example, your social media could be health and entrepreneurship, business, right? And you can be sharing how you use your product, how you help people through the product, how you solve their problems. But other posts and videos can talk about how you're earning extra income, how you help people to work from home with this amazing product. So both of them work together well. You don't have to separate business from product on your profile. Now, Facebook groups, slightly different. I would create 2 Facebook groups. One Facebook group for customers, where you'll be talking about products and giving tips on that topic, health, weight loss, skincare, etc. And then I would create another group for business opportunity, where you will talk about the benefits of network marketing, of owning a business, where you will be sharing what people achieve in your company, how much they earn, what incentives they receive, etc. So Facebook groups, I would do them separate, but on profile, I would put everything in the same place.
Thank you very much. From which social media network would you recommend to start?
From the one that you use the most. So for most of you, probably it's going to be Facebook. For some of you, maybe you prefer Instagram. Okay, do it on Instagram. Sometimes people say, which platform will work the best? And the answer is the one that you give the most time. Whichever platform you focus on, that's the platform that will give you the biggest results. I've seen people build huge business on Facebook, but I've seen people who don't use Facebook at all and build a massive business on Instagram. Others don't like either and build a huge business on TikTok. It's entirely up to you which one you'll start from. But all of them work very similar. That's why I said cross-post. If you're already making content on Facebook, why not put the same content on Instagram and on TikTok? But start with the one where you feel the most comfortable. Start with the one that you like the most, because it will be easiest to work on that.
Thank you very much. One more question. Is it okay to create reels in different subjects, or do we have to create some certain topics? If we create different subjects to post, do they distract to our followers?
Yeah, there is a thing when it comes to reels, and we'll talk more about reels in our lesson about short video, that the content has to be bingeable. What does it mean, bingeable? It means a person comes to your profile through one reel and then they watch another 50 because all of them are in the same topic. So you want to stick to one broad topic, right? So for example, like I mentioned, my wife, she does content on menopause, but under the umbrella of menopause, you'll probably have nutrition, exercise, food supplements, right? So it's slightly different topics, but they're still around one big topic. Or for example, my social media is mainly all of my reels, personal development and business, entrepreneurship. Like all of my reels will be either motivational, personal development, or business, but it matches, it works together. So if somebody's into personal development, they are likely to be interested in business too. So it's similar. But if you're making reels about health, then you're making reels about how to grow tomatoes and cucumbers in your garden, and then you're making reels about how to change tire, doesn't really match. It's too far away from each other. I wouldn't recommend to do that.
Thank you very much. We have two more questions. One question is, can these principles also be applied to physical meetings? And is there a chance to still succeed?
Totally, totally. So, you know, physical meetings, face-to-face, is how network marketing started. You know, when network marketing started 70 years ago, there was no social media. There was no internet. There was none of these tools. So everybody used to work face-to-face. And it will never go out of fashion. Face-to-face will work 70 years from now. And that is the strongest way to have that emotional connection. Again, think about it. You might see my video for 15 minutes on Facebook. That's one. But what if I would meet with you physically for a cup of coffee in a coffee shop for half an hour or for 1 hour, and we would talk face to face? I would let you try my product. I would explain about the business. Where would be more trust? Facebook video or live meeting? No question, right? Live meeting. And one wrong conclusion that a lot of people made when social media came is that because of social media, we don't need live meetings anymore. We don't need to work on the ground anymore. That is a mistake. Actually, because of social media, it makes it easier to work more on the ground, to work more face to face. So, you know, we spoke about, you know, reaching out to people, and we'll talk more about that in other lessons too. But you can use Facebook to find people in your city. You can use Instagram to find people in your city, right? I can go on Facebook and put in, you know, let's say I live in Peterborough in UK. So I can put Peterborough in Facebook search, and it will give me groups: Peterborough buy and sell, Peterborough advertisements, Peterborough mums, Peterborough business, whatever. I can now find people who live in Peterborough through those groups, start a connection with them, and then meet them face to face. So it helps me actually to find more people local to me. So totally, you can use all of these principles to attract people to you and then go into a face-to-face meeting. It just helps you to find more of them. You know, if you go out on a street, how many people you will talk to? Not that many. But on social media, you can attract a lot of people and then meet face-to-face with the ones who say, I'm interested.
Thank you. And the last question, is WhatsApp okay to use for growing your business?
For sure, for sure. We didn't speak about WhatsApp or Viber or Telegram on this training, but there are also channels through which you can communicate with people, because you can message people there. You can also have some channels there, like Telegram. You could have a channel where you can put videos, you can put posts as well. So some of the content from social media you can reuse on a Telegram channel. You can have a group on WhatsApp where you can add your contacts and then send them information, or you can talk to people face to face. Stories, you can put stories on WhatsApp and on Telegram, same how you put stories on your Facebook. So again, a lot of stuff you can transfer to those apps too.
Thank you very much. I don't see any more questions. Let me check once again.
Amazing. Well done. Actually, very good questions. Thank you very much, those who asked the questions.
Yeah, thank you very much. One more reply from my side is because lots of questions are about the recording and about the materials. Yes, everyone has registered, so we will send you the materials via email very soon, probably tomorrow because it's too late already in some countries. Yes, so from our side, of course, you will receive all the materials. And thank you very much, Gediminas.
Thank you so much for inviting.
Yes, Instagram. I have translated. Yes, it's about the Instagram page. Okay. Thank you very much. I would like to add one more thing about our next training. And our next training with Gediminas will happen next month on 28th of August, the same time, the same place in Zoom. Here you can scan the QR code and use it for the registration. And we will know for sure that you will be present at our next lesson. So this is the QR code. Take your phones, scan the QR code, and register to our next training with Gediminas.
And you will learn there about how to message people, what to say to people, and you will learn about marketing, what to post, how to attract people.
Thank you very much for adding. So save this date, scan QR code, and be ready for free registration. Thank you, Gediminas, once again. We would like to, on the behalf of entire 𝗕𝗏 team, I would like to extend this huge thanks to you for sharing your powerful insights, your tools, and your energy today with us. I would like to say thank you also for our 𝗕𝗏 partners from over, I have counted actually, 36 countries has joined and registered on this training. Thank you very much for making this training for us. And thank you very much for your energy, for your participation, for your questions, very wise questions and useful. Yeah, and of course, great thanks and for our translators who helped us today. Because of them, we have managed to make this training so powerful, understandable, and great. So let's take what we will have learned today and let's turn it into momentum. Thank you again, everyone, for joining. Thank you again. Big thanks to you, Gediminas, for your energy. Your energy for this information, and see you next month. So let's keep growing, keep believing, and keep moving forward. Have a great evening, everyone, and thank you once again.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Have a great evening. See you next time. Bye.